Hi, first grade families. My name is Holly Compton, and I'm the district math coach for Manhattan Beach in grades TK to 6. The first portion of this video is going to be for the adults, and then the second portion of this video will be for the students. So I'm going to run through a number talk with you today. Number talks are all mental math, and in this number talk, you're going to see a series of numbers that build on each other. So it's important to have your child do all of the number talks today. All right, so the first one is 8 plus 3 plus 2. And in this number talk, we're still focusing at base 10, right? So we still want kids to think about making tens. And we're hoping, actually, we're not hoping necessarily, we're just assuming that some kids are going to find a 10 and other kids are going to solve in different ways. That's okay. Whatever way they solve is okay, but we want to see maybe if they might join the 8 and the 2 to make a 10, and then they have the 3 left, and then it's easier to add 10 plus 3 is 13. That's how some kids may approach it. Other kids actually may do something a little bit different. Maybe they're going to look at the 3 and say, oh, I could steal two out of the 3 and make that into a 10. And then they have plus 1 plus 2. Obviously, this one is a little bit more efficient, but that's okay. If they're still seeing this, these are great strategies. So don't discourage them if they do this. It's okay. We can maybe say, I see you made a 2. Was there a 2 we could have already used? So build on what they say to you. All right, the second part of the number talk will then build upon this, and it's going to be 8 plus 13 plus 2. So obviously we've now increased this by 10. So some kids may automatically say, well, the 8 was the same and the 2 was the same, and then we added 10 more. So the answer is going to be 10 more than this one. So they may automatically know it's going to be 23. That's awesome. Some kids may say, I'm going to join the 8 and the 2 to make 10, and then 10 plus 13. And a lot of kids are going to take the 13 apart and do a 10 and a 3. Beautiful, because they're still thinking in base 10, right? So now we have 20 and 3. So that would be 10 plus 13 is 23. All right, the last one that I'm going to ask your children today is 18 plus 13 plus 12. Okay, so obviously now we have added 10 to the 8. The 13 remains the same, and 2 has been added to make 12. 10 has been added to the 2 to make 12. So the answer is going to be 20 more. So some kids may recognize that the answer will be 20 more than 23. So the answer here is going to be 43. And some of them, again, will probably join these 2. So they may join and do a 2 and a 10. They may join like this and do 20 plus 13 plus 10 equals 43. Or they may just jump straight into doing 18 plus 12 plus 13, and they may just join those 2 together, knowing that if they take the 2 out and put it here, it's 20 plus 10 that would make 30 plus 13. So you're going to see all kinds of strategies, but the key is we're really, really focusing around that base 10 strategy. All right, so after we do that, I'm going to do a story problem with them that relates right back to our number talk. So our story problem today is about bunnies. Obviously, we are in spring right now. So the story is bunnies. There were bunnies in a meadow. On Monday, the bunnies ate carrots. On Tuesday, the bunnies ate carrots. On Wednesday, the bunnies ate carrots. How many carrots did the bunnies eat? Okay, so now that they know their problem, we're going to have them read it back to themselves, and we are going to have their number sets in there. So the first number set is 8, 14, and 2. obviously relating back to what we did in the number talk, so they can help with the strategies that they did in the number talk to do this here today. And we're going to have them imagine, okay, on Monday, can you imagine the bunnies eating 8 carrots? And then have them close their eyes and think about it. And then on Tuesday, can you imagine them eating 14 carrots? Wow, that's a lot of carrots. And then on Wednesday, man, they must have been full because they only ate 2 carrots. So how many carrots did the bunnies eat all together on all 3 of those days? Now, again, they may join 8 and 2 to make a 10, just like we did in the number talk. All right, we have a couple of different number sets. So the other number set is 28, 14, and 22. Remember, they have to pick a set and keep that set in order. And then there is 48, 24, and 32. All sets have the possibility of making 10s because all sets of numbers have an 8 in this place here and a 2 here. 8, 2. Same for this one. So we're still trying to get them to find that strategy, 8 and 2. Okay, it is time for you to go get your kids. I will see you back here in just a second. Hey kids, it's Mrs. Compton, and we are going to start off today with a number talk. All right, remember, it's all mental math. We're looking for strategies here. Okay, so here's our first one. Our first one is 8 plus 3 plus 2. All right, and remember, we can put our hands right here to use our heart signal. I have one way of solving. I have 2 ways of solving. So let's take some time to think. All right, on the count of 3, I want you to tell me what you think the answer is. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, tell me. I heard you way from over here. I think you said the answer is 13. And I'm going to guess a lot of you found a 10. Am I right? I bet you did. Okay, so I'm going to guess some of you saw you could put 8 and 2 together because they are friends of 10. That's right. 8 plus 2 makes 10. And then you just had 3 more to add. So you did the 10 plus 3 equals 13. I'm going to guess maybe some of you even thought about a number line. Maybe you did 8, and then you did 2 hops, 1, 2, and you got to 10. And then maybe you took 3 more hops, 1, 2, 3. And you did 10, 11, 12, 13, and 13 was your answer. And altogether, you basically hopped a 2, and a 3, and that together makes 5. So maybe you realized that 8 plus 3 plus 2 is the same as 8 plus 5. Still 13, right? Okay, so here's your next one. Let's see what you do. Let's see what you see. 8 plus, this one's a little different, 13 plus 2. All right, take your think time. Go like this. What do you notice? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Tell me. Did you say this number? Did I get it right? I think I got it right. I bet some of you saw that the 8 was the same, and there was a 3, but it was 10 more than 3, so we had 13, and the 2 was the same. So I bet some of you were just like, well, if the last one was 13, and we just added a 10 here, then it must be 10 more. I bet some of you probably thought about that. I bet some of you also did 8 plus 2, and you made a 10. Did I get that right? I bet some of you did that. And then you probably did 10 plus 13 makes 23. I bet there's lots more ways that I'm not thinking of. So tell me in the comments, did I get your strategy or did you do something different? Okay, I have one more for you. Let's see what you do. Here we are, 18 plus 13, watch this part, plus 12. Ooh, notice, wonder, take your time to think. Did you guys notice that we've added a 10 here and added a 10 there, but the 13 stayed the same this time? So if we added 2 more 10s, then it's going to be 2 more 10s than this. So maybe some of you are thinking, I already know the answer. Okay, it's time to tell me. 1, 2, 3, tell me. Did you say 43? Okay, so here we go. Let's see. I'm going to guess that some of you stole 2 from the 12 and put it with the 18. And that gave you 20. And then you knew you had a 20 plus a 10 from the 13 plus that 10. And then you probably did the 3 at the very end. So 20, 30, 40, 43. Lots of different ways that we can solve this stuff. So I can't wait to hear how you solve this. Now, we're going to take a peek at our story problem for today. And we're in the midst of spring, and spring has sprung in my yard, but I haven't seen any of these yet. Maybe I will at some point, but I haven't seen any bunnies. I've seen lots of butterflies, seen lots and lots of caterpillars, lots and lots of insects everywhere, but no bunnies. Bummer. All right, so there were bunnies in a meadow. On Monday, the bunnies ate carrots. Can you imagine the bunnies eating some carrots? They're growing. On Tuesday, the bunnies ate carrots. Okay, so they're hungry, fellas. On Wednesday, the bunnies ate more carrots. How many carrots did the bunnies eat? Okay, so let's imagine that with some numbers. So we have our just right number sets. You've got choices today. You've got 4 choices. The first one is 8, 14, and 2. The second one is 28, 14, and 22. The third one, oh my goodness, there's so many to choose from, is 48. Can you still see that? Yeah. 24 and 32. And your final one is huge. Now make sure you have a really good strategy if you're picking the last 2 number sets, right? Okay, so 248, 324, and 132. All right, so let's imagine the story now. We are going to choose this one right here. So 8, 14, and 2. So let's imagine the story. Let's read it back. There were bunnies in a meadow, okay? Cute little bunnies, green, green grass. I can see it in my mind, okay. On Monday, the bunnies ate 8 carrots. On Tuesday, the bunnies ate 14 carrots. Okay, so imagine that. On Monday, they ate some carrots. On Tuesday, they ate some carrots. And on Wednesday, the bunnies ate 2 carrots. They must have been getting full. They didn't eat as many, or maybe they ate them all. Ooh. How many carrots did the bunnies eat? So we're trying to find out all together on Monday, on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, how many carrots the bunnies ate. Okay, it's your turn to do the math. It's time for you to check in with your teacher and see how you should turn this work into her. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.